Before we switch over to the actual trial setup, let's quickly go over what we'll be doing. We're going to be using a 30-day trial of the E3 license plan. This is a great plan for our purposes because it includes some of the features we'll need for exam 70-346, including Azure Rights Management. It's also the plan that you should choose if you need e-discovery or legal hold support for compliance reasons. Since you want to have the ability to test all the features you'll be using, be sure to pick the subscription level for the free trial that best suits you. You can trial most subscription levels, and you can change or convert the subscription level, but only after purchasing. Also, be careful with the name you pick, as it will become unavailable to others once provisioned. Enterprise trial accounts will give you 25 licenses to work with. To get here, search for Office 365 E3 or whatever license plan you want, and you'll most likely be brought to a landing page like this one. Down at the bottom there's a link for the free trial. Now I'll be using my Platform Scholar address as my current email address. This can be used for recovering the global admin password as well as for verification purposes. Don't use an account that you plan to provision to use with this tenant. If you forget your password and don't have access to your email, you may find it difficult to regain access later without Microsoft's help. You can always change this later, and you can always use your phone to recover passwords if necessary. We'll be using the tenant name PFS Lab 01, and we'll be setting up our first global admin, which we'll name AJD Admin 365. Next, we'll enter our phone number for verification that we're not a robot. It will send us a text with a code, and we'll type the code in here. This number is not saved anywhere, and it can be duplicated for multiple tenant setups. Finally, we'll have the summary page where we can review our information and write it down. Here's a screenshot from a test environment I provisioned with the tenant name PFS Lab 09. Once we gain access to the tenant, the individual online applications will be unavailable for a little while as they are set up for the first time. Expect anywhere from a few minutes to a half hour for the whole environment to be fully functional. Notice that to provision this trial account, we didn't have to enter in any credit card information. Okay, enough talk, let's get to it. Alright, so let's go provision this Office 365 trial. If I type in Office, I can see right here, I've been here before, the E3 Enterprise License page. So we'll come here, and we'll see that this is the landing page for this particular license, and at the bottom here we have our free trial. Here's where you need to be very careful that you pick the correct location. This seat says even here, this cannot be changed after sign up. Why not? We use your regional information to deliver the right services. This can't be changed because services can vary by region. Okay, so I'll go ahead and use my name. And for a business email address, I'm going to use my Platform Scholar address. I will use my business phone, which I have to block, I'm sorry. And the company name will say that this is PFS Lab Inc. Organization size, let's say we are 25 to 49 people. Just one more step. So there's only 2 pages to this. Username, we said we were going to call this AJD Admin 365, and the company name was going to be PFS Lab 01. Password, I will create a password. And that's it. Let's create the account. So it's going to want to call me for verification process. We will then go through this. Okay, so it should have sent me a text. And I just got it. It is 933294. And that's pretty much it. It's going to tell us that we need to save this information. Portal.office.com is where you go to log in. And the username, at least for now, is ajdadmin365 at pfslab01.onmicrosoft.com. And now we'll just wait. Okay, so you're ready to go. I had to skip some time. It took about 30 seconds. And if we click here, we'll be brought into the Office portal for the first time. As you can see, a lot of these are gray. They say setting up, setting up, setting up. Some of them are already provisioned. Planner, Sway, the store is obviously available right away. Security Compliance is available right away, as is the Admin Center. Here we have Install Office 2016. So as much as they offer you the Word, Excel, and Outlook versions online, they know for a fact that most people will want the local copy, and they make it clear that once you log in, you have the ability to do the installation right away. But we're not going to do that right now. We'll do that at a later time. For now, we're just going to go into the Admin Center. And welcome to the new Office 365 Admin Center. This was changed recently. Tells us here that we could search for specific settings that we want, because we may not know how to navigate this right away. And although we can use the navigation if we wanted to, and we can collapse this, and then we still have the menu, but now it's just the icons instead of the actual names. Okay, so that's it for this demo. We'll go more into the Admin Center at another point in another lesson. But for now, we've got the account provisioned, and we have PFS Lab Inc. If we go back to our home page here, we see that we're still having certain online apps set up. So maybe we'll wait a few minutes and come back, and we'll see that these have been provisioned before we end the demo. Okay, so it's been about 3 minutes, and as you can see, the mail, calendar, and people have been provisioned, so that represents the Exchange online mailbox, as well as the Yammer account. I don't think the Yammer account was there a few minutes ago. We're going to keep waiting until the Excel, PowerPoint, and Word are provisioned as well. Most likely what's happening is that the account creation or account provisioning for some of these applications have been queued in some sort of workflow or automation process, and depending on how busy the servers are, it can take a few minutes or up to 15 or 20 minutes normally for these applications to be created or provisioned. Okay, so it all just finished, and it took about 6 minutes total. And as you can see now, we now have access to everything. If I wanted, I could click Excel, and I'm brought right into a web version of Excel Online. It opens it up in a new tab. If I want, I can go back, and I can also open Word, open up a Word document, and I can open up PowerPoint as well. And all three of these, just running for the first time, can take a few seconds, but now I have Excel, Word Online, and PowerPoint. These two have the ribbon. I'm not sure where. Oh, there it is. So yeah. So now I've got access to Excel, Word, and PowerPoint, all running through the web without any local installation, all accessed through the Office 365 portal. If I want, I can go into email, and we're going to get Outlook Online. Oh, the mailbox isn't available yet. Okay, so even though Outlook has been provisioned, apparently the Exchange mailbox is still being provisioned, so this mail isn't available right now. I have no doubt that it will be in just a few minutes, but we're going to end the demo here. If you've seen Outlook Web Access or used Outlook.com, you're familiar with what it looks like to have an online mailbox. Okay. All right, so we provisioned our account. Next up is license and subscription management.